Guys, can y'all hear me? Y'all need to be quiet. I think this is a safe place. We need to be quiet because Roman soldiers don't like us right now. Okay? Well, let me tell you a story. Jesus has the power to forgive. Yes. And God sent Jesus, his son, into the world to be born, just like you and me. He grew up, and he made followers like we are. And he told them about his dad, which is God. But people were saying that he was the son of God, and there were some people that didn't like that. So they wanted to kill Jesus. So we need to be very quiet. I think this is a safe place. And Jesus was killed, and his friends fled. But he was killed on a cross like that one, but a little bigger, much bigger. But all his friends were afraid. You need to get on this side of the lights. Thank you. His friends were afraid of the Roman soldiers because they wanted to kill them. I think this is a safe place. We need to be quiet.
Energy spoilers! Energy spoilers!
I think this is a safe place. If we don't yell, they won't know we're here, okay?
John, Mark, let me in. It's Peter.
Come in. But there's no John or Mark here.
Oh, I thought my friends were here. I thought they were waiting in here. But you don't look, you're dressed different. You don't look like you're from Jerusalem.
No, but we're Jesus' friends.
You're Jesus' friends? Yeah. I'm Jesus' friend too. Well, at least I was Jesus' friend. But man, I really blew it this time.
What did you do?
Well, you see, Jesus, he called me to be one of his special followers. He was my best friend. We went everywhere while he was walking and he was touching the eyes of the blind and they were able to see. And he was touching the ears of those who could not hear and they were able to hear. And then he would take those by the hand that couldn't walk and they would stand up and they would walk. He was healing those that were sick. But then a couple of days earlier, we were having dinner, all of his followers. And while we were there, he told me, 3 times, Peter, you will say that you don't know who I am. And I said, no, how could I do that? I would never do that to you, Jesus. You're my best friend. And when they took him away to go and be crucified on the cross, all of us, we ran. I ran. But I didn't run too far away. I could still see the cross because I wanted to see what they were going to do to him. And it was cold. So I came by a fire like this one here. And it was there. There was a woman standing there. And she said this.
Hey, aren't you one of Jesus' friends?
No, Jesus, I don't know. I'm not one of Jesus' followers. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, you even sound like one.
No, I haven't been around that guy at all. I don't know who you're talking about.
No, you are one of Jesus' followers. I saw you walking and talking with him.
No, lady, you're crazy. I would never follow anybody like him. And after that, when I did exactly what he said that I would say I didn't know who he was 3 times after the rooster crowed. And as I looked up, I saw him looking at me. And it was then that I was like, I said, Jesus, I'm sorry. I can't believe I messed up like this, that I failed you. You were my best friend. But I really failed you this time.
Peter, God has the power to forgive.
That's easy for you to say. You didn't do what I did. You didn't say to your best friend that you didn't know who he was?
I think Peter needs to know that he can be forgiven for what he did.
It was then, when I looked at the cross and I saw him shed his blood, that I felt like it was for me. I'm going to go hide somewhere else. You guys stay here.
Peter had tough times, right? Just like Peter, sometimes we fail God. We say that we turn our backs on Jesus, our best friend. That I want you to think of something that we did when we did something against God, when we turned our back. Close your eyes and just think of something that maybe you did. Maybe you lied, maybe you were hiding something that you weren't supposed to. Maybe you took that candy that your mama said, no, don't take it. Don't eat it yet, or eat it tomorrow. When mom says to do this and you don't do that, sometimes we do turn our backs on Jesus. But Jesus has the power to forgive. Yes. And as we think of that little thing that we did wrong, Jesus, we're going to come. Jesus has the power to forgive us for that. But as group 2 gets up, group 2, yeah, we're going to come and we're going to touch. This is paint, but it's like if it was blood. We're going to touch it, and then we're going to put our finger on the cross and say, Jesus, I'm sorry. And you just touch it. And go back to your